I really believe that he deserves this.
A fight for freedom. The convicted murderer who could escape execution next month.
He doesn't. Do not boo. Vote.
Drama at the DNC overnight. The top 3 takeaways from Chicago as the stage is set for one of the biggest moments of the convention tonight.
A few clouds moving through the area this morning is going to mean for a fall-like day, but temperatures do warm up into the 90s this weekend.
The smallest hands are building some of the biggest ideas in Kirkwood. We're going to talk about a new lab opening in every elementary school this year.
Because that's what we do in schools, is we create the future.
Inspiring the next generation of greatness. What the St. Louis Public School teacher hopes her students feel when they walk down the hallways.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, known to some as Hump Day, and I know a lot of parents are probably feeling that way too. It is also August the 21st, or many not.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah, it is Hump Day, you know. All right.
Weekend's almost here.
Weekend's almost
here.
I don't have anything to say. All right, let's get over to Anthony, who was talking about the walk of shame. I mean, a lot of things going in my head right now.
You had something to say.
Okay, I did. I'm just going to stop.
All right, yes, of course, we are making our way through the week with more kids going back to school today. 59 at 7 a.m. and 79 the high today. So outdoor recess is a go, but there's going to be more cloud cover overhead today. And you can see that from the satellite radar. Showers to our north. These are trying to drift into our area, but they're drying up as they approach because our air is so dry. But there are a lot of 50s out the door this morning. So you may be reaching for long sleeves or a jacket. And, well, if you haven't stepped outside just yet, these are the numbers. 55 in Perryville, 57 in Mount Vernon, and 58 in Warrenton. So, again, cool enough for at least an extra layer. We'll talk about the summer heat returning as we head into the weekend. That is coming up in the full forecast. Of course, it is Wednesday, and traffic typically gets a little bit heavier in the 6 a.m. Paul, what are you finding this morning?
You've got it right, Anthony. Now is where we really are watching our sensors closely, looking at cameras and all the other resources. This is a camera from MoDOT, and it kind of tells you how many motorists are out there this morning. We're talking about 270 at 70. In fact, we are looking south on 270 here. This area can get very crowded. Want to make sure we go over to the map. There's one area right now that I've noticed we are going slower than expected. All right, you look at the big map. That's where the red arrow was, where the camera is. But now downtown here on 44 going kind of southbound here near the yard. Still sounds funny to say. You are hitting the brakes there at Washington. Another take of traffic coming up soon.
Thanks so much, Paul. Today, a judge could decide the fate of a man set to be executed next month.
St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell will try to overturn Marcellus Williams' conviction in a hearing this morning. A jury convicted him of killing former Post-Dispatch reporter Felicia Gill in 1998. But now Bell claims DNA evidence does not link Williams to that crime. Cameras are not allowed inside the courtroom, but our Justina Cornell will be there and share updates on air and online at KSTK.com.
Right now, police are investigating a crash in South St. Louis where a car ended up on its side, as you can see right there. It happened less than 3 hours ago on DeLore near St. Mary's School side Catholic High School. This morning, we do know one person was treated by medics on this scene. Now, we have reached out to police to learn what caused the crash. We'll keep you posted.
This morning, kids in the Kirkwood School District are headed back to class, and some of them are walking into some brand new classrooms and some new programs. Our Sydney Stallworth joins us now live this morning to talk us through the changes the district has made. Sydney, looks like you have some guests out there with you this morning.
Oh, I do. We have quite the surprise, guys. First, I'm walking through this brand new Welcome Center here at Kirkwood High School, and look who woke up early to join us and wake up with us. Take a look at the wonderful Kirkwood High School cheerleaders who woke up early this morning, performing the fight song for us. We have so much to get to. A lot of change here in the Kirkwood School District. So, of course, to talk about it, we have to be joined by Dr. Ulrich, the superintendent. How are you this morning?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being here today.
Wonderful. If you weren't awake before, you're definitely awake now, let me tell you. Can you tell us a little bit about the wonderful new STEM labs that you have at all the elementary schools to get our younger students excited about STEM?
Absolutely. Very excited to say that this year we have expanded our IDEA Lab, which is exactly what you talked about, STEM labs at all of our elementary schools. to expose our students to science concepts in a more fun and engaging way.
At this point, we are standing inside one of the newer aspects of the Kirkwood High School and one of the Prop R projects that has been put into place. Can you tell us about the other construction that's been done in the district?
Yes, very excited to say that we are done with our Prop R construction after 3 years. You are standing in one of the results of that. We love the support that we got for our community for that, especially as we stand here in this Welcome Center. And while it is beautiful, it is something that we did to increase security on our campus and to make sure that we had secure access for all of our visitors.
Oh, now it seems like that's definitely a priority. Even more classrooms have been added to this campus. We're going to get a look at that in just about a half hour. But there's a really cool program that we really want to take some time to highlight for parents and students that helps with families who are dealing with food insecurity. Is that right?
Absolutely. KSD Now is one of our long-standing traditions in our district to make sure that we are, again, through our community support, making sure that we do provide food security for all of our families in need.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Ulrich. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Really, really appreciate that. We're going to go to the ladies one more time. They're doing such a great job this morning, really having lots of spirit. Take a look. Joe's on them over here. We got him over here. We are Kirkwood. That's exactly what they're saying. Like I mentioned, we are getting an early look at a brand new classroom. I'll tell you what it is, what it's used for in our next half hour when we tour this new campus with the principal. Guys, back to you.
I love it. Thanks so much. Parkway students are also back in the classroom this week. The Park District is busy making security upgrades and classroom improvements after the passing of Prop S a couple of years ago.
Now our Diamond Palmer is live for us this morning in Maryland Heights with why these renovations are needed. Diamond?
Well, Renee and Michelle, that's right. These security upgrades are needed, and there's over 17,000 students that attend Parkway School District, and just over 1,000 actually attend right here at Parkway North High School. This morning, joining me is the superintendent, Dr. Keith Marty. He's been with the district for 14 years. Dr. Marty, you've been doing district-wide improvements because of the passing of Prop S. Why is this so important for your school community?
Well, we have aging facilities. We're a very mature school district. So here at North, for example, this school's 50 years old or longer. And so one of the needs is classrooms, and then you mentioned security upgrades are continually on our mind. And certainly the world is changing. We're upgrading technology in our classrooms and our schools. And it's always just a constant battle trying to stay ahead of the technology, the safety needs, just the maintenance needs, roofs, parking lots. And so our community has been very, very supportive. Prop S in 2022 was very, very important, and we continue to work on that here, certainly at North High School. Major work happening.
Yeah, and that major work is expected to be complete here at North High School in about 2026. But I also want to talk to you this morning about the upgrades on playgrounds. You guys are continuing to put accessibility first. What does that include district-wide here?
Well, elementary playgrounds are very important to elementary schools, obviously, and even for the neighbors that use them. And one of the citizens, when we were getting prepared for the 2022 bond, really started to say, what about our playgrounds? They need to be accessible to all students. And so we're putting surfaces that are allowing students and equipment that all students in wheelchairs, students who have physical needs and accessibility needs will be able to use our playground. So the project's ongoing. We're about a third of our elementary schools are through it. That we'll continue that work in the next year or two and hopefully complete it. And it's been well received by our staff and by our community and by our children, obviously.
Well, we appreciate you joining us here this morning, Dr. Marty. And like you said, this all is ongoing. Of course, it's going to take a few more years to start to see these improvements. But the district is also doing things like upgrading flooring and gyms at many of the schools. But coming up in the next half hour, we'll check in with the Parkway North High School principal about the upgrades here specifically at the high school. Reporting live here in Maryland Heights, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Diamond. Students and teachers, we want to see your first day of school photos. Simply text them to us at 314-425-5355, but be sure to include your name and your grade. It helps us out a little bit. We'll take a look at your submissions in the next half hour of Today in St. Louis.
Inviting cyclists and pedestrians back to the heart of downtown. The $3.5 million plan to revitalize 7th Street.
All right, a little cool at the bus stop this morning. The clouds have arrived, and we are going to have a cool, mostly cloudy day. Feeling like fall, 79 for the high.